today is going to be a maintenance day. We're actually going to start doing projects again. We haven't done anything for a month after we got our butts kicked by the decks this summer. So today we're going to treat the Raritan. So we have a Raritan system for our waste treatment so that we don't have to use our holding tank. And about every 6 months or so we have to treat it with muriatic acid. And we haven't done it in over a year, so we're way behind. So we're going to treat that today. It's actually, we did it already. We've got like 30 minutes left on the timer. It's just for our system, it's 1.5 pints of muriatic acid to 3 gallons of water. So you clean it, you disconnect the whole system. Did you disconnect it? Disconnect the whole system, then you...
The electrical supply.
The electrical, and then turn off the water supply, pump it dry, pour in the acid, pump it down the pipe, and then into the electroscan where there are some metal plates. So the acid will react with the metal and clean off anything that has accumulated onto the plates. So we should have done it 6 months ago. We use it every day, but we don't use it as much as a lot of people use it because we have the marina here that we're in most of the time. So then the other thing we're doing is, it smells really bad in here, and it's not sewage. It smells like rotten eggs. So we have a water supply that we don't use. We are planning to use it. It's got some additional filters. It's for drinking water. And a couple times we have accidentally turned it on, and it just reeks of rotten eggs because the filters have gone bad. So Rich is going to take off the filters. We're not going to put new filters on. We're just going to leave them off. And then when we actually start drinking the water from our tanks, we're going to hook the filters back up. So far that's what we're planning today. And then what I was told was we're going to officially install our 2 water tanks that are in the bilge. So we have to actually brace the 2 tanks in place and then finish with the plumbing, because only 1 tank is hooked up now. What's the date on that thing?
2006. You filming?
11 years, yeah. Okay, so now that you've made a bunch of measurements, what's the consensus here?
I gotta cut some blocks and probably more like triangular wedges to support the bottom of the tank. And those will be glassed probably into the bottom of the bilge so water can still travel around the tanks and get to the low point underneath the engine here and get pumped out. So I'm going to pull these tanks out so we can access the bottom of the bilge and see what I need to do to get in and glass stuff in. So if I can get those things cut, maybe get a coat of cloth on them, and then a couple more layers of cloth to glass them into the bottom of the bilge. It should put me where I need to be.
I know it looks disgusting, but I can guarantee you it looks better than when we bought it. I'll snap a picture of that to compare with.
So I got the sushi trays made, and they're just little blocks that support the back end of the tank where the bilge slopes down. I'm going to sand and wipe down with acetone the sides of the bilge and the base where it sits, and get ready to epoxy them in. Alright, so all I did was rough up the paint that we had, the old build coat, and I'm going to wipe it down with acetone just to give it some tooth for the epoxy to bite to. So let's try a new tube of Fixo. Alright, so I'm taking some spray adhesive and I'm putting down little foam pads that I cut to support the tank in the bilge and at the cross braces. So to help absorb the, I don't know, 234 pounds worth of water weight in each tank. So, I like that.
Is it tilted too far forward? Or backward, I mean?
No, actually. Well, once it's weighted up in water, this thing should work. This is 4. So, the way I've spaced everything, this thing should just barely...
Uh-oh.
Don't say that.
Ah!
Not on camera, at least.